For cheap D2R items, visit aoeah.com. You get 3% off with the code ARIAD. Check the link in the description. Hello and welcome everybody. In this post, we'll take a look at the 10 most popular unique items, where they are most likely to drop, what attributes can roll, and how much a found item can be worth. Let's go! Especially at ladder start, the Harlequin crest is one of the most popular items. Almost every build can use the +2 skills and damage reduction, and the 50% magic find are also great. You have the best chances at Andariel, it's 1 in 1950, and at Mephisto and Diablo around 1 in 2000. Unless I say otherwise, I always mean the hell difficulty. With the Shaco, only the base defense value rolls between 98 and 141. Average drops are worth about to ist, but for a perfect roll you could also get a high rune. Griffin's Eye is very popular because it is so rare and valuable, and it's the best endgame item for lightning builds. At Bale, it only drops with a chance of 1 in 56,000, and the next best spots are Snapchip, Pindle, Trash Socket and Frozenstein. There you have a 1 in 80,000 chance each. For the attributes, the defense bonus rolls from 100 to 200, so a Griffin's Eye can have a total of 150 to 260 defense. In addition, the lightning skill damage rolls from 10 to 15%, and the resistance reduction for enemies from -15 to -20%. Very bad rolls go for a Vex rune, and max rolls can cost dozens of high runes. For an average one, you will get about 1 or 2 bear. For a high rolled one, you can expect 10 or more. The Arachnid Mesh is the only belt that increases skill levels, and also the only one with cast rate. Therefore a must-have for most casters, but also some other builds use it. It drops with a chance of about 1 in 2850 at Mephisto, and with a slightly worse chance at Diablo or Bale. Only the defense rolls from 19 to 120%, so the value is quite stable between a Vex and a Jar. War Travelers are some of the most popular boots because they can have up to 50% magic find. The best drop chances are at Diablo or Bale on Nightmare and with Andariel on Hell, about 1 in 4000 each. With the shoes, the magic find bonus rolls from 30 to 50%, increased defense from 150 to 190%, and attackers get damage from 5 to 10. However, the MF value is the most decisive factor for the price. Lousy ones are not worth much more than a lamb or a pool. Average ones cost about an ist, and very good ones can cost several high runes. A perfect roll was even traded for over 60 Jar. I wouldn't have expected. Mara's Kaleidoscope is a very solid amulet and often the best choice as long as you don't have a skill amulet with cast rate and resistances yet. This amulet drops most often at Duriel with a chance of about 1 in 6400. With Bale or Diablo you only have a chance of 1 in 8000. The bonus to all resistances rolls between 20 and 30%, so the value is between a ist and a bear rune. The Stone of Jordan should of course not be missing in this list, an absolute classic. Thanks to the skill point and mana bonus, it's the way to go for most casters, and also necessary to initiate the Diablo clone event. The ring drops most frequently in Nightmare at Andariel, with a probability of 1 in 3280. Andariel in Hell has the second best chance, about 1 in 5500, and then Duriel in Nightmare with 1 in 11,000. All attributes are fixed on this ring. At the time it came into the game, this was still the case with all unique items. In the past, the value of other items was measured in Jordans, so an SOJ is relatively stable in value. It's around a low rune. Dracul's Grasp is a very popular pair of gloves, especially for any melee character who wants to do Übertristram. The best drop chances are quite equal at Mephisto, Diablo and Bale. Many attributes are variable: life leech from 7 to 10%, strength from 10 to 15, life after kill from 5 to 10, and increased defense from 90 to 120%. so the value can vary from a Mal to a Bear rune, and similar to the Wardcrafts, a perfect roll will probably go for even more. Then we have the Ravenfrost ring, which many builds need to avoid being frozen, and the attack rating bonus is also very useful. In PvP it is used because of its cold absorb. Ravenfrost drops most often at Andariel on Hell with a probability of 1 in 550. Then comes Duriel Nightmare with 1 in 1150 and finally Bale Normal with 1 to 1400. So the 3 best drop chances are spread across all 3 difficulties here. The dexterity value rolls from 15 to 20 and attack rating from 150 to 250. And since these are both important stats, the value can be somewhere between some perfect gems to 1 or more high runes. Andariel's face is some popular headgear for the mercenary, so ideally an ethereal. Diablo and Bale have the best drop chances at around 1 in 2300. With Mephisto it's around 1 in 4250. You can actually multiply this number by 20, because the chance of an item becoming ethereal is about 5%. So the effective chance of getting an ethereal Endyface is 1 in 46,000 or 1 in 85,000 for the 2 mentioned spots. Life Leech rolls from 8 to 10%, Strength from 25 to 30 and Enhanced Defense from 100 to 150%. Since an ethereal demon head is so rare, even a worse roll is rarely cheaper than a bear, and good rolls can cost even more of course. Last but not least, another item that has to be on the list because it is absolutely relevant in PvP, the Crown of Ages. The stats are very powerful, +1 to skills, hit recovery, damage reduction, resistances and ideally also to sockets. Similar to the Griffin's Eye, the crown drops best at Bale, around 1 in 56,000, or you can get it from Snapchip, Pindle or Frozenstein at around 1 in 80,000 each. The amount of sockets rolls between 1 and 2, the resists from 20 to 30%, the damage reduction from 10 to 15% and the defense bonus from 100 to 150. 2 sockets are important for the value. A COA with only 1 socket is useless for many purposes and therefore only worth a little, even if everything else is well rolled. Weak crowns can be obtained for a few Ist runes, good rolls cost several Bear or Jar runes, and with very good or even perfect rolls, sky is the limit. These were the 10 most popular unique items in Diablo 2, which is your absolute favorite one? Feel free to write it in the comments. I'll say goodbye, take care and may the loot be with you.
Come on. Follow me. Thank you.